Hi guys, in this video we've got the top 5 most powerful cards currently out in Wrath of Course, GvE Part 1. This is more of just like a pure powerhouse of cards, so we're not really going to be going off like the play cost of said cards, we're just going to go off like the stats and basically their attack powers and their ability rolls. So we'll start in 5th place. We've got the Plunging Dragon. So we've got a 400 unit here, and it's got a pretty cool ability just as it is, really, for standard. If it's on one of the relics, which is called the Dragon's Loot, you get to use the other side of the card. But this card, the top of the card, face of this card, is pretty good as it is. It's only a 1 in 6 chance of it missing in combat. And then obviously if you roll a 6, it becomes 500 attack power in total. Now, the other side of this card is just even better. So you can have this out by turn 3 if you're lucky. So if this is on that relic, then it never misses. You know, if you roll a 1 to a 5, then it'll just hit regardless. And then the 6, which is like its overreact ability, it'll still hit in battle, but you get to prevent 400 damage, which any one unit would deal this battle. So you could just target like an opponent unit, and then whatever their attack power is, you just take 400 off it, and the enemy won't get that 400 damage in their damage pool to deal to your unit. So it's a pretty good card, and very well worth the 5th space in this video. In 4th place, we've got Rasvelovsky. So you all know the story between Rhaenys, I'm not going to go into it. But basically this is a 500-600 unit, a human. It's got a 1 in 6 chance of missing, but it's got some pretty cool battle rolls if you do include it in a fight. So the next lowest is when you roll a 2. The unit with the least attack basically doesn't deal any damage in play. So that can target both yours and your opponent's units. 3 and 4 is basically a HP and an attack boost for each of your units in battle this turn. So the more you attack with, the greater this bonus actually plays to be. A 5 is you may copy any battle card played this turn for free, so that's always a pretty cool little thing. And number 6 is probably, well, it's overreact. All non-rare units in play are destroyed. So anything which has got a rarity, well, basically what's not a rare or royalty rare, will be destroyed, and that's during battle as well. So it usually would say after battle you would destroy them, but no, this is like at that moment in time. So yeah, this is really worth a 5th place. Out of the cards in this video, this is probably the second weakest of the top 5, but yeah, that's just Rhaenys really. I'll come more onto him later on. And moving on to 3rd place is the Angel of Purity, a must-have in any white and blue deck. So this unit, 600 attack, 700 health. It never misses, so regardless of what you roll, she will always hit and deal damage and put damage to your damage pool. Then she's a very protective unit in this game, so obviously rolling a 2 you can recover 500 damage to your core, straight off. It could potentially save you the game if you're struggling. Rolling a 3, prevent up to 500 damage that will be dealt to a unit this turn, so obviously you would target your own and just give them 500 health or prevent 500 damage. 4, prevent up to 500 damage that an enemy unit would deal this turn, so you get to choose which unit gets damage prevented. Then 5 is prevent all damage dealt to this unit this battle, so it basically makes the angel indestructible almost this turn, and this battle should I say. And the overreact is this unit's attack and HP are set to 1000, so it's very it's 1 in 6 chance, but instead of being a 600-700 unit, she'll become a 1000 unit, and that's only 5 elements to get out into the battlefield as well. So yeah, she's in 3rd place. In 2nd place, we're going into the quad figures now. So it's the King Waven, 1000 attack power, 800 health. It's got a 1 in 6 chance of missing, which is when you roll the 1. Number 2 isn't great either. It'll hit, but it deals 500 damage to your core. A 3 and a 4 will just hit like normal. A 5 will hit, and then your opponent will discard a card. I mean, if the 6 is the overreact, which says hit, and then after battle, you get to destroy a stack of cards, leaving the terrain in place. So if your opponent has got like a terrain with a unit, a relic, and a weapon on it, then you get to choose that stack of cards and destroy destroy the stack, but obviously you leave the terrain in play. So this is pretty much a very monstrous card. The battle rolls on it aren't as great as like the Angel of Purity or Rhaenys, for example, but it's basically a card of pure brute force, which is what this video is all about. When you roll a 1 and a 2, there's a 1 in 3 chance basically that it's gonna come back on you, so it's either gonna miss or deal 500 damage to your core. But its rolls 5 and 6 are pretty damn good, and also with having a beastly 1000 attack power, if you put weapons or ranged on this, he's basically going to be next to indestructible. So yeah, that's the King Waven in second place. And in first place is a card which hasn't had much recognition on my YouTube channel, is also the Soul Herder. It's a royalty rare. It's 1000 attack power and 1000 HP, and it costs pretty much 1 or 2 of every element in the game. So if you can afford all them elements, then you deserve basically to have this unit out in play. So looking at its stats, it never misses, and even rolling just the lowest, like the number 1 on a die, it'll hit and it'll still have some effect. So that'll be destroy a relic or a weapon in play. A 2 will obviously hit and then destroy any wonder in play. Now currently this is the only method in part 1 of GvE to get rid of a wonder. Number 3 is hit, gain control of enemy unit in play after battle. So obviously after you've had you dealt your damage to each other, you get to gain control of any unit, which is pretty powerful. 4, destroy any one unit in play after battle. Most of these are all after battles, but it's ridiculous how powerful this card is. Number 5 is hit and destroy any one stack of cards after battle. Now this, unlike the King Waven, this destroys the terrain as well. So you just if you keep rolling 5s, you'll slowly just start emptying the board of your opponent. And then number 6 is hit. Enemy core loses half of its current health. So if you've got this out and your opponent's core is still at full health, then you're going to half it from, let's say, 7,000. It's going to be reduced to 3,500 HP. That's quite a lot. And that's done during battle as well, and instead of after battle. So this is a very powerful card. There is a glare version of this card. I'm not going to spoil that though. I want to leave some cards for you guys to spoil, the people who buy the packs off the Game Crafter page. And yeah, this is basically the most powerful card currently in GvE. I don't usually like having stats going above 1000 each, without some form of like massive payment of elements. And this is just that really. This is a card for someone who just wants to go crazy and put every single element into their deck, and this is what you get in return. So yeah, that's basically it for this video, guys. It's the top 5 most powerful cards. I wouldn't say it's the top 5 like the best cards in the game, but this is just the powerful cards. I might do another video of like my personal best cards to put into a deck, but obviously it's down to what colours you guys want to play with. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Just post below which of these 5 you think is more powerful. Obviously, I think the majority is going to go to Alto. But if you've got your own personal favourite, which even isn't in this list, just post away. I'm not going to criticise you or anything. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I shall speak to you all in the next video. See you later.